Hi, welcome to this series on Taekwondo techniques. The theme this time is going to be head control, so we're going to be controlling the head and hitting. Okay. Obviously this is something that is used for combat, not for sport. You would never grab somebody's head in sport, only in actual combat. The second thing obviously is that we're just going to be working on the techniques where you hold and hit. We're not going to be using other head control techniques like techniques against necks or anything like that, okay? It's just holding and hitting. The first thing we've got to remember about the head is it's about a stone in weight. So if you control the head, you're controlling the end of the spine. If you control the spine, you're controlling the torso. And if you're controlling the torso, you have quite a lot of control over the arms and the legs. Okay, so once you control the head, the rest of the body follows. Okay, main advantages on holding and hitting the head is that firstly it's harder to evade, so for your opponent it's harder for them to get out of the way if you're holding on to them when you're hitting them. The second thing, it's much easier to be accurate, so if I'm holding on to someone it's easier to be accurate in my strikes when I'm hitting them. And the third thing, I get much higher impact. They can't move away from the technique to lessen the impact, okay? And in fact, in a lot of cases, you're bringing the person into you, so it actually increases the impact of the technique, okay? So the first technique we're going to deal with is a technique you've already seen, which is the palm up thrust, okay? So when we're doing the palm up thrust, what I'm going to do, instead of using it to block like I did before, I'm actually reaching forward to grab the back of the head, so I'm going to reach more with the left hand as I strike, okay? So the main difference is when you're practicing to reach out behind the person's neck and then come in with the low strike, okay? So if we're all facing this direction, I'm going to do the technique, so we're going to go reaching with the front hand and then striking. Then 2, 3, reach and strike, 4, reach and strike, 5, strike, 6, strike, 7, 8, 9, and 10. The other side, from this position here, we're reaching with the right hand and striking with the left this time, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. The next technique I'm going to show you is the pulling uppercut. Okay, so this is done in back stance or middle stance. So from this position, 60-40, you're going to grab. Again, you're grabbing with the left hand here, you're closing your fist this way, you're pulling the person in, so you're grabbing the back of the head, you're pulling the person in, and then you're going to uppercut, okay? So you're pulling and uppercut, okay? Obviously, you would tend to go for lower targets like the solar plexus or the throat. Very awkward to kind of go up under the chin because you have to bend your wrist too much, and if you do that in reality, you're going to hurt your wrist, okay? So from this position here, it tends to be more like a solar plexus or a throat shot. Here, bang, okay? So again, when we're practicing it, facing this direction, I'm going to grab with this hand here, close my fist, pull it in, and then drive the uppercut in. So from here, 1, like so, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Other side, from this position, grabbing with the right, hitting with the left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent. Okay, so I want you to practice those 2 techniques, the palm up thrust, but don't forget reaching long, and then the pulling uppercut, so you're pulling the person in, pulling them by the back of the neck or the head, pulling them in for the uppercut like so. Okay, practice those 2 please. Ready?